Hello and welcome everybody. What is going on? So there are three transfer stories that I want to focus on today for today's transfer talk, and then I'll make a separate video for another story, and that's because that one is basically confirmed, so I'll make a separate video on that. But the three transfer stories I want to talk about in this transfer talk are first of all, La Gazzetta, Italian newspaper. La Gazzetta is claiming that Juventus will announce the signing of Benatia on a 4-year contract on Tuesday or Wednesday. So today is Sunday, and yeah, in 2 days or 3 days we should be able to find out if Benatia has signed for Juventus. Now all the signs have been pointing that he's going to leave us. All the signs, that's what all the signs have been going at. So seeing that now coming out, seeing like Gazzetta, I don't know how credible they are, but seeing them say that that's going to happen, on Tuesday or Wednesday, which seems like a very very precise detail. So they're not saying sometime this week, they're saying Tuesday or Wednesday, which to me just shows that that it looks to be as good as done. That's what I think is gonna happen. A bit of a shame because I thought maybe Benatia would have done a really good job under Ancelotti, like a classical centre back, but ultimately that's not the case. That's not going to happen. So all I can say at this point is it looks to be very likely, and I think I'm going to put this at like a 90% credibility ratio. I think it's pretty much certain that he's going to go, but it's not quite 100%. So in that case, I think we can all say that he's probably going to leave. Next up though, I'll make a story on it straight away. Next up though, Jason Murillo from Inter. We've apparently looked at him as the replacement for Benatia, and that's according to Calcio Mercato, which honestly they aren't that credible. Calcio Mercato aren't that credible. I've done some research on them in the past because they had a few rumors that quite intrigued me, but ultimately they're not that credible in my opinion. From what I've seen, I don't think they've gotten anything right so far at all. Which, if you're a newspaper and you haven't got anything, if you're transfer signing, you haven't gotten anything right at all, that says a lot, to be fair, in my opinion. But yeah, Ancelotti does want him, and according to Calcio Mercato, he does want him, and he would cost around I think around 25-26 million, somewhere along those lines. Now apparently he's rejected an offer. He rejected a contract offer from Senate because he heard of the interest from us. How credible it is, like I said, I don't think it's very credible, but I think that if we do sell Benatia, that we are going to get another centre back, and I think in that case it might probably be someone along the lines. Yes, he might be a replacement, but I think ultimately, we're going a little bit lower profile. Now, the reason why I think that's because we have Hummels, Boateng, and then obviously you can put Javi in centre back as well. You have Badstuber as well. So you have a lot of players, and ultimately I don't think you want someone that wants game time. I think ultimately you want someone that they'd be happy with a sub role, and probably very young, that they can then develop into the role, and that's ultimately what I think we're going to do, because I think our two main centre backs are going to be Boateng and Hummels, with Badstuber and Javi just be like the backup, and then having maybe another player. Maybe Ancelotti will be like, nah, we don't need that because we have Kimmich, who's shown promise at centre back, and we have Alaba, who's done a decent job at centre back too. Who knows, but so far there's like the rumour coming out that we're going after Jason Murillo. I just had to do that, sorry. Next up, according to Bild, Mario Götze has been in contact with Tottenham and Dortmund. Now, before the Euros, it came out that he said that he wants to tackle the next season with Ancelotti. He wants to tackle it at Bayern, but it seems like after the Euros, apparently he's changed his mind. Obviously, that's Bild. It's according to their own sources, so that's very credible. So Götze to Tottenham or Dortmund. I'm going with it like Dortmund here, just because the links to Dortmund have been for that much longer. The links to Dortmund have been now for nearly 4 to 5 months. That's how long he's been linked with Dortmund. So I think that's more likely for him to do. I think that's more likely for him to go to. But if we were to sell him to Tottenham, we could probably get more money out of them. That's a positive, right? And ultimately, I do feel that maybe like the Premier League might be a good choice for him. So I think Dortmund is probably like a 60% likely that's going to happen. If they're trying, I think that is maybe like a 70% likely that he's going to leave. I think that out of 70%, I think that maybe 50%. I think it's 60% that he's going to go to Dortmund, and 5% that is gonna go to Tottenham, and 5% that it goes to a different club. I thought Juventus would be an excellent team for him, but they haven't been linked with him at all, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, I do think that if he does leave, it's going to be this summer. I don't think he's going to stay for longer. I don't think he's going to get a contract extension. I really don't. And ultimately, I think that he's going to leave this summer. But I think perhaps the Premier League would be a good choice for him. But that's all the transfers I have for you guys today. Like I said, I'm gonna make a video tomorrow probably on a player that's basically confirmed leaving but isn't quite confirmed. So basically, it's highly likely and it's probably gonna be done in the next 5-6 hours, which is why I'm waiting. But that player is obviously Højbjerg. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. As always, people rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Peace out and have a nice day. Bye.